as I marvel at the still trees, birds gliding on a cool breeze, golden brown leaves all remind me of you. Whilst whistling winds blow, I'm breathing in the air, oh, the holy unison. When the sun rises and sets, like a sunrise and sunset, I reflect only you. Only you give true meaning to life, the chi, burning light inside of me. People often say that it's deep to feel. While the youths die young, man, it's all surreal. And as time gets worse without time to heal, living proof feel the hurt for the pain is real. In every breath God works but the devil is real. So I use every breath for my mental steel. I make focus insights to affect the scene. For the old time saying who can hear must feel.
Hello, my name's Martha, I'm 22 years old. One thing you cannot tell by looking at me is that I'm schizophrenic. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia 5 years ago and I'm on medication, colozerol. It's one of the stronger type of antipsychotic medication and I hate taking them. Rather than schizophrenic, I prefer the label mentally distressed, and a lot of people around the world are mentally distressed in different ways. Some realise they are, some don't. Saying I have schizophrenia just sounds like I'm a nutcase on the loose, and I'm not. So, mentally distressed is my preferred label. Whether or not I take the tablets, I still see and hear things, but in moderation. I see beings around me, sometimes they look like shadows and they pre-exist on another plane of the 4th or 5th dimension. I hear them talk and sometimes I get scared. I often come to the park and take pictures of flowers, it soothes me. Some might say I'm a bit of a loner living in my own world. One day I was in the park taking photos and a strange man came up to me, put his hand on my arm and said to me, "Schizophrenia is something to be proud of. It's the tool of ascension. You may not understand your distress now, but in the future you will. Until you understand, stay strong." I didn't know what to do. My dreams are very vivid. Through the mind of what some might call psychotic, I have dreams that predict a day in the future. I'm not a prophet by any means, but I see signs. One night I had a dream. There was a man and a woman watching me, holding me down. I tried to move but I couldn't. The woman said, "Let's take all the belongings quick while she's down." And when I woke up I realised that a lot of my goods, clothes and CDs had gone missing. If I had told my psychiatrist about what had happened, I know he would have just put me on a stronger drug, sedating me even more than usual. I really feel for people who are in my shoes because it can be a lonely road. There was one day when I withdrew £300 of my benefits money and handed it out in tenors, all of it, to nearly all the people who passed me in the street. I seriously regret that now, but at the time I had my own campaign where I was promoting peace and giving donations to all the general public in my community. I had some funny reactions. Some people were taken aback, some jumped at the thought. One man asked me if I could spare him £30 instead of just a tenner, so I said, don't be silly, here's 50. A few people started following me, so I decided to stop because I felt unsure, and so I headed back home. I'd never do it again though. When I got home, I cried and cried, and then I decided to ring my sister. That's when Crisis Point came to my flat and carted me off to hospital. Gosh, so much has happened to me in the past 5 years, it's unbelievable. I stayed in hospital under a section. They usually section you when they believe you need to be hospitalised, and so I had to stay there for nearly a month. When I was there, I had a lot of dreams of flying out of Earth. Once, I had a dream where I fell down a really deep hole with wooden planks within it, and people were watching. God, it felt so real. I felt every plank. If you do suffer from mental distress, embrace it. Get creative. Use your health as something to grow from. Go out, meet people with similar problems. Discuss your part of being something bigger. For those that don't know, mental distress can be anything from depression, panic attacks, high and low moods. It all counts, even postnatal depression or anxiety problems. Take care, see you out there, get passionate, stay safe, strong, and get to know thyself. Peace.